What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Due in part by popular demand and all of the interaction in the previous video of Nightwave's Mad Lab Challenge, Plunder one of V's secret laboratories on Jupiter, we have now made an ultimate guide for this Nightwave challenge covering all 10 of V's secret laboratories on Jupiter. There are a couple things to keep in mind before we jump into this video. Number one, when we talk about the order of the shapes to open these labs, we are talking from top to bottom. Number two, these labs will only spawn on the Gas City tile set within Jupiter. That means any of the nodes on the outer terminus of Jupiter, meaning the ships, the laboratories will not spawn there. And throughout this video, we will have the nodes located on the left of the screen, just so you can write them down. And there are a couple, like the Ropalolis node, that has a high chance to spawn one of them, which we will cover when we get to that puzzle. And the Sabotage mission actually has a guaranteed chance to spawn one of them as well, and we will go over that too. And number three, there are some really cool rare mods to get within V's secret labs, coming from the Amalgam enemy. And to top it off, there is a chance to get Vengeful Revenant Stance Mod for swords, which I didn't even know was actually a drop, but it will actually drop from the main Amalgam that's located in the center of these labs. It's a pretty small drop chance, but we did get one, and that's only our second one, and we are MR 25 and 28. So it's a pretty rare stance mod. I haven't really used it, but it is really rare and something cool to have and maybe make some platinum in the future. So without further ado, let's get into this ultimate Nightwave Mad Lab Challenge guide and plunder all 10 of V's secret laboratories on Jupiter. Let's go. If you enjoyed this content, or if this video helped you, please don't be afraid to like and subscribe down below. If you play Warframe a lot, this is the channel for you. We got guides for beginners, intermediates, and Steel Path players. Pretty soon we'll be covering some top 5 weapons in Warframe, but that's enough about that. Let's get back into the video and plunder these labs. Enjoy the rest of the video. Secret Lab 1. Upon entering the spacious hall, look to the columns on the right. Peer into the ceiling to see the control box hidden away. This is a sign that one of Alad's labs are near. In this tile set, there will be a hallway dead ahead, and one to the left and one to the right. There is also a vent entrance next to the staircase on the right. Go down this vent to find V's lab entrance with 3 symbols on the front. These symbols must be activated in order to open the door. The first symbol can be found in this hallway with the door if you just turn around and look behind you. The other 2 are in the left and the right main hallways mentioned before, so you will have to go back up to the vent and go on the left and the right hallways to figure out which symbols are in which ones. This can absolutely be done solo, but having a friend can speed things up with planting markers and also activating the control panels just to speed things up a little bit. Once ready, go back to the control box that you found at the beginning and shoot it. Once this is shot, a timer will appear on the screen on the left, and you must activate the control panels in the correct order according to V's lab entrance door. Once done, this will open the door and grant entry to a ton of lockers, Amalgam enemies, captura scenes, and the possibility to get some rare mods. Lab Entrance 2. This room can spawn multiple times within one mission. Upon entering a room full of computers and energy, you can find V's lab entrance to the right. Again, the same symbols and the same puzzle. The control box can be found tucked away in the top of one of the energy capacitors near the lab door. One of the symbols doors can be found just next to the lab entrance, another can be found to the 7 o'clock from the lab entrance, and the third can be found just before exiting this room. Activate the control box by shooting it. Activate the consoles in the correct order before the time runs out, and his lab door should open. Puzzle 3. You'll come to a dogleg room turning at a 45-degree angle. If you look above, you'll see some giant pipes across the ceiling. In the hallway further down, you'll find V's lab entrance with 4 shapes on the front. First shape is right next to V's secret lab door. If you return to the main point of the cornered hallway and go through the middle corridor, you'll find shape number 2 on the left. If you look up to the ceiling and parkour up the pipe, you'll find a catwalk above. On one side of the catwalk is shape number 3, and on the other side of the catwalk is shape number 4. In the middle of this catwalk is a small office type room, which is where the access point can be found. Once ready, shoot the access point and go to the corresponding shapes according to the door in order. If done correctly, the door should open, granting you access to all the RNG you came for. Lab number 4. You'll come to a giant bottomless room with 4 floating pillar-like structures. You'll find Alad V's lab entrance with 3 shapes and one of the hallways connected to the entrance. From Alad V's lab door, you'll find shape 1 right next to the door. If you exit this hallway and parkour to the right platform, you'll find shape number 2. And from Alad V's door, you'll find shape 3 directly across the very large gap. If you look down below, you'll notice at the bottom of the pillars that 3 are stationary and 1 is rotating. The staircase on the pillar to the right of the rotating pillar is where you'll find the access point. This access point is tucked away between the stair railing and the structure itself. Once ready, shoot that access point and go to the corresponding shapes according to the door in order. If done correctly, the door should open, granting you access to all the amalgams you came for. Lab Entrance 5. You'll come to a very tall room with a wrapping staircase going around a pillar. At the base of the staircase, you'll find Alad V's lab entrance with 4 shapes on the front. If you look to the wall just in front of the lab entrance, you'll find shape number 1. Shape number 2 can be found by parkouring off the staircase and heading to the left. Shape 3 can be found by parkouring directly across the ledge from shape number 2. And shape number 4 can be found by going up the stairs from Alad V's lab entrance and continuing on straight. If you look up from shape 4's ledge, you'll see a giant vertical pipe. Jump or wall jump to reach the top, closest to the wall. Once at the top, you should see the access point hidden in the shadow. Once ready, shoot the access point and go to the corresponding shapes according to the door in order. If done correctly, this door should open, granting you access. Pop the op, pray to RNGesus. Lab Entrance 6. You'll come to an open room with a catwalk connected to a building in the middle. If you jump up to the top of the building, in the middle you'll find Alad V's lab entrance with 4 shapes on the front. Just to the left of this lab entrance, you'll see shape number 1. If you return to the catwalk and look below, you will find a ledge with a bridge connector console. Across this catwalk, you'll find shape number 2. To the left of Alad V's lab entrance and across the gap, you'll find shape 3 located on a ledge. And to the right of Alad V's lab entrance, across the gap on the other side of this building, you'll find shape number 4. In the hallway to the left of shape number 4, tucked away in the corner, is the access point. Once ready, shoot the access point and go to the corresponding shapes according to the door in order. If done correctly, the door should open, granting you access. Lab Entrance 7. This version of Alad V's lab can easily be spawned within the Thebe sabotage mission on Jupiter, as this lab is at an objective point. You'll come to a room with 3 giant helium processors. If you tuck under to the walkway beneath and follow the path under the main walkway, you'll find Alad V's lab entrance down below. Shape number 1 can be found directly across the hall from this lab entrance. Shape number 2 can be found in the hallway leading to the entrance of this objective room, and shape number 3 can be found in a connecting hallway as well. As you stand in the room with the helium processors, you'll notice a balcony. Parkour up to the top of this balcony, go into the office space. Once ready, shoot the access point and go to the corresponding shapes according to the door in order. If done correctly, I'm sure you're getting tired of me saying this, pop the op and may the RNG be in your favor. lab entrance 8. Come to a room with packaging transports on the side of the room. Alad V's lab entrance can clearly be seen in the open with 3 shapes on the front. Shape 1 can be seen to the left of this lab entrance. From Alad V's lab entrance, go directly ahead and look to the right to find shape number 2, and continue down this route to find shape number 3 on the left just before the exit. If you go to the transport door that's opening near Alad V's lab entrance, you can hear a distinct hum. First, I thought this was noise from the force field from when it opens, but if you wait for the door to open and look into the left, you'll see the access point tucked away inside. Pro tip, you can use any weapon with punch through to shoot through this door instead of waiting for it to open. Once ready, shoot the access point and go to the corresponding shapes according to the door in order. If done correctly, the door should open, granting you access. I'm pretty sure Alad V is a little bit pissed off. Lab entrance 9. You'll come to a room with 4 or 5 gaseous chambers all around the room. To the right of this room is Alad V's lab entrance with 3 shapes on the front, with shape 1 just to the left of the lab entrance. Shape 2 can be found by jumping directly down from the right of this ledge while looking at the lab entrance. And shape number 3 can be found by going to the left of this room through a vent in the right corner and sitting on the left inside of this room. While looking at Alad V's door, turn to the left and notice a large pipe curvature. Parkour to the edge of this pipe to find the access point. Once ready, shoot the access point, yada 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 yada. Lab entrance 10. The lifts. This took ages for us to get to spawn. We ended up getting this tile to spawn on the Ropalolus node. So hold on to your nuts when Lotus pops up out of nowhere to creep your ass out a few good times. You'll come to a room with a lot of containers being lifted to the ceiling by cables. This room is very distinguishable from all of the rest Alad V tile set. Alad V's lab entrance can be found on the ground of this room with 4 shapes, likely the floor that you entered on. Shape 1 can be found just in front of the lab entrance. Shape 2 can be found on a platform hallway to the 2 o'clock on the 5th floor. Shape number 3 can be found on a platform on the 4th floor directly above the lab entrance. And shape number 4 can be found directly across from the lab entrance on the 3rd floor, directly across the large gap. If you take the cable car all the way to the top and go around the pillar's peak, you'll find the access point. Once ready, shoot the access point and go to the corresponding shapes according to the door in order. If done correctly, this door should open, granting you access and shutting down the Amalgam project and hopefully getting all the rare mods that I know you're out there searching for. Finally, the ultimate guide for the Nightwave Mad Lab Challenge is completed. We found all 10, and look man, I appreciate a lot of you guys in the comments that were helping each other out, tossing out some more labs that you guys had found along the way. That was really cool, and that's really what inspired me to just cover all 10 of them. I think pretty soon we're going to be doing another giveaway. We're so close to 800 subs, and I like to give back to you guys because you know, I do this YouTube thing for fun. I play Warframe for fun. Me and my fiance really enjoy this game, and we just really appreciate the interaction we had from you. Once we hit 800 subs, we'll toss in maybe a Rhino Prime set, or maybe an Ambassador set, maybe some Riven mods. The last giveaway was a success with Garuda Prime. And so what I'm going to ask you guys in the comments down below is to post some screenshots, whether it's some MGUR links, whether it's some social media links of pictures of your gameplay, some of the stuff that you've got out of these labs, and to show that you completed the challenge on Nightwave. Appreciate y'all, man. I'll see you guys in the next video.